Ladies and gentlemen, the prescription medication shortage is actually getting worse across the country. And they are trying to find solutions. But in the meantime, you got cancer patients, heart patients, and people that have a whole host of autoimmune diseases. And it's getting tougher out here. So, worsening drug shortage is leaving pharmacists and patients in the dark. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a worldwide thing that's going on. And right now, it looks like there's not very many answers to this problem. And some doctors are also trying to change prescriptions so that it will make things easier for customers to get through. But just understand they really truly don't have a clear answer for this. So, older medications are often subject to shortages because medicine prices drop once laboratory original patient expires and other companies can make generics. There is a shortage of these older drugs because they bring in less money than the new drugs. So, since the pharmaceutical companies make less money, they try to save money. And both the active ingredients and manufacturing of medicines used to be done by pharmaceutical companies in France and other European countries. But increasingly, these companies have outsourced the work to save money instead of working with laboratories that they worked with previously. They send the work to places like India and China, where it's much cheaper to make. In India and China, wages for people working in chemical factories are extremely low, and environmental standards are very poor. Pharmaceutical companies also do not stock these older medicines that are much less profitable than newer therapies. So, a small disruption during manufacturing, for instance, can lead to a shortage. So, ladies and gentlemen, they said EU Health Commissioner last week addressed this issue on medicine shortages. And in the meanwhile, the US, there are concerns about shortages ranging from antibiotics to staple cancer treatments. So, a pediatrics resident at Boston Children's Hospital in the US has studied the impact of this amoxicillin shortage on prescription meds for children. Drug shortages, especially when they impact commonly prescribed medicines. And amoxicillin is a big one right now that's short in America. And it has a tremendous impact on families caring for their sick children. Adding that this particularly fell during the surges of the seasonal respiratory illnesses. It can also adversely impact treatment and waste time of doctors and pharmacists who need to find solutions for medicines and replace those that are unavailable. So they have this shortage of amoxicillins, and they said they use this in treating ear infections in children. And they found that amid the 2022 to 2023 shortage in one US health system, the use of alternative meds have increased. Now, I don't know how that's working out physically for their patients. And they're saying that many of these alternative methods that they're using carry worse side effects and are more costly. And they said that also they're running into the risk of resistance. So they're trying to prevent these shortages, but right now it is impossible. And in places like France, they are saying they are short in production of 25 different medications. And what they're concerned about the most are meds for children. In Germany, they released a list of children's meds that they monitored, and they are also looking for alternatives for these children meds. So, but they are putting the warning out that this is not going to get better in the near future. So, doctors in the US, meanwhile, said the government should require the disclosure of supply issues and, and create better opportunities for domestic production of meds. I mean, and why not do that? You know, if you know sending and manufacturing the meds in India and China is a problem because the pay is lousy, then why not consider opening up shop right here on American soil? I mean, obviously, the way that you're doing this now is not working. Why not? You know, so this is what the doctors are inquiring, doing more of the manufacturing of medicines right here in America. And of course, they're not saying anything about that. Mm-mm-mm. And they said that it's a problem because they can't continue to tell patients they have to wait for medication when they don't know when it's going to even be available. And the patient wouldn't come back to the pharmacy. And from the health perspective, this can be very dangerous, especially for people that have certain conditions that they're required to take certain meds every day. So this I can see is a disaster coming. And I mean, the fact that they're admitting that this actually is going to get worse, then they need to look for a very quick solution. And it just looks like, just from reading this, they don't have much except for alternative meds. And they're saying many of those alternative meds come with terrible side effects. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think, and let me know if you have ran into situations where they have been short on meds that you or a loved one have to take. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.